When it comes to like tattooing, right? What do you like to do more of? Do you like to do more like custom sort of jobs more than like, you know, if somebody's got a book?
Yeah, I mean, we try to do each person's tattoo completely custom. You know, I mean, people will come in, they'll have like a book, a couple pieces of paper they printed offline, or even just something, you know, like a piece of flash that we may have like one of the pre-made designs.
Yeah.
And we say, okay, this is pretty cool, but let me change it a little bit. You know what I mean? Because, you know, if it's going to be out of a book, you know, 40,000 other people may have that. If it's offline, a lot of people come in with a tattoo that's on the person. They say, I want this. I'm like, well, somebody's got that. That's somebody else's tattoo.
Yeah,
so
like it means something to them.
Exactly. I mean, you know, if you had a custom tattoo done on you and, you know, a couple of years down the line, you saw somebody else with it, you know, you'd be like, hey, wait a minute, that guy said he drew it for me, but, well, I printed it off the line. My guy did it for me. He was like, well, that's not cool.
How about that even? Like, you know, say you do a custom tattoo for somebody. Normally, like, you wouldn't put it back in, or would you? Like, you know, say like, okay, this tattoo's available because, you know, I created this.
No, I mean, when we draw a custom tattoo for somebody, that's it. It's done. It's retired. There you go. Here's your drawing if you want it. You know.
Yeah. Usually it's just like the pictures are just to show people what you've done, right?
Pretty much. Well, yeah. I mean, you got to work it out. You know, you do your study on it, and you know what you're going to do, and you know, work out your lines and your flow. Yeah. You know your color palette, and you know how you want to blend things together. That's pretty much why you're drawing it out, and give somebody that's getting the tattoo a visual of what their tattoo is going to look like. Mm-hmm. But I mean, and when you draw it, yeah, that's it. I mean, it's, you know, we draw you a tattoo. That's it. It's your tattoo. I'm not going to use that tattoo. I may keep the drawing. If you don't want it, I may keep the drawing in a portfolio to say these are things that I've drawn.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do it on another person.
Okay. This is the fun question for me. In a G-rated sort of sense, what is the weirdest request you've ever had, or do you have a horror story?
G-rated?
Yeah, G-rated. We have to keep it G-rated.
I understand that. Then that question's really not going to apply, is it?
I know. I thought about that. And it's just sort of like.
I've had some, at keeping it G-rated, I've had some requests that are X-rated, and I refused because it's just uncomfortable for me. Yeah, it's for me. My own personal preference, it was just uncomfortable. I was like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Horror stories, yeah, there's plenty of horror stories. You know, I mean, they're G-rated, but they're kind of, you know, you've had people get, you know, all over the place, and that's probably like my biggest horror story, you know, on me, and it just, yeah, that was a bad day. It was a real bad day.
Do you have any tattoos that you regret getting?
Oh, yeah.
Plenty of them?
Mm-hmm.
Any, like, you'd like to, the idea of what it was supposed to be? Was that something that, like, basically what I'm asking, like, is it one that was supposed to be something, but it ended up not really being what you thought?
Oh, yeah. I have it was my first tattoo I got when I was 15. I wanted to cover it up. I had an artist, asked him to cover it, and I was going to go with my own shop called Tiki, so I wanted a Tiki.
Yeah, Tiki person.
A Tiki person to cover it. And we started it, and we basically, when we were done, I was like, you know, it wasn't completed, and I was like, yeah, I don't think we're going to be finished yet, because it was a pretty poor attempt at something that was pretty, it was pretty simple, and I was like, that's a pretty failed attempt. You're just not experienced enough for it. Yeah. And I just, but this Sunday, I will be having that taken care of. Okay. So I'll be getting the under the gun myself.
You're heading to Detroit.
Yes, yes, Detroit. We're going out there. We're out there for dual purposes, for a car show and tattoo show.
Okay. Yeah, you know, that was the other thing too, is like cars and tattoos sort of run hand in hand a little bit. Well, like the whole idea of...
In my corner of the world, it definitely does.
All right. Since Dan is an amateur chef, you at one time were a professional chef.
I was.
So why did you make the switch from being a chef to a tattoo artist?
Just gonna sleep later? No. It just got to the point, you With tattooing is was a passion. It was something that I've always wanted to do. I love doing it, and I love cooking as well. And I was a chef for 18 years, and I was like, I'm all done with the chef thing.
Yeah.
I did it, I done it, been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Okay.
And it was just, and tattooing was just a passion. I worked so hard at it, I mean, for so many years, and it was just something that I needed to strive for, constantly get better at, and it's still like that now. It's like you constantly want to get better, and it was just like, I just can't leave that.
Okay. What's your favorite dish to cook? What type of?
Ring dings.
Ring dings?
No. My favorite dish to cook, I'd have to go with steak.
Steak.
I am a steak lover.
Do you cook like filet mignon?
No, I don't like filet, actually.
No, you don't like it?
No, I like to do a lot of like a lot of Italian dishes, like a lot of some French stuff, some Asian stuff. It depends. It depends what I'm in the mood for. I don't really have a favorite. I like them all.
Yeah.
You know, I love it all.
So, besides tattooing, do you have any hobbies or anything that you like to do besides it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. Cars, hot rods.
Hot rods.
Yeah, hot rods. That's, yep.
Do you have anyone that are you doing anything like that right now?
Yeah, I mean, I have a hobby car now. It's pretty much finished, but they're never finished. You know, there's always something to do, or there's always something that could be better.
What kind of car is it?
It's a 1940 GMC pickup custom.
Nice, nice.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us here. I want to thank Don again.
Thank you,
for
Eddie.
coming on.
Thanks
See, it
for
wasn't
having
so
me.
nerve-wracking, right?
No, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you get used to it after a while. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Everything But the Kitchen Sink and my guest, Tiki Tattoo owner, Don Howe. Right now, it's a special, special treat because Dan Pascucci is going to be taking over the 2-minute warning, which is what I usually do. So I'm allowing him to do it. And anyways, I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time right here on Everything But the Kitchen Sink.